And welcome to the National Meat Trader Podcast with your host, Sasha, a.k.a. Donald Glover. Yeah, we'll go with Donald Glover. I wonder what he's doing right now. I feel like he lives a blessed life, you know? He's just got no shape up. He's living his best.
I think something's wrong with that man. Something's wrong with him.
Do you really?
Only by his work. Because I've been watching Swarm. I watched 2 episodes of Swarm, and that shit makes me uncomfortable. And he's
I think we're both not horror fans.
I love horror. Swarm is weird, but some parts of Atlanta are weird too. All good weird, but like kind of weird. Something's wrong with him. I don't know. Anyway, I'm Joey from NMT, aka Thriller from the 3, and we are Sans Christian this evening.
Yes, Cardona is having internet problems, which honestly you would think is a problem for him more often, being that he lives deep in the mountains. But
yeah,
this is like the second time in almost 3 years of this podcast. So
yeah,
time
That's
is fucking flying.
OD, man, OD.
I'm sick of it. I gotta move back to New York and live out my days. And let me tell you, people, real estate in the Northeast, in America, period, but in the Northeast specifically, god fucking damn, I can't do it. 17, 18, 19 for a 1-bedroom of like, all I'm looking for is like 1 bedroom, 700 square feet, $1,250. Impossible.
That's very fair.
That's not fair.
It is impossible. It is fucking impossible.
Like, for fucking what, dude? Like, and shout out to all the New Yorkers who listen to this podcast and who have been hitting my line, because I've been telling people, I'm trying to move back, and people have been like, oh, I'll get you a job here. We could find an apartment together. So, which is again why I want to move back, because community is probably the most important thing in life. But
hell yeah,
man, like, this makes me regret. Anytime I said like 15 years ago that New York was too expensive, if I would,
fuck.
Like, I remember years ago, and this was expensive for years ago, but I remember there was a studio in Manhattan that I saw an ad for in the paper. That's how old this was. This was in a paper. And it was a studio on St. Mark's that was $1,500. And that was that was before my kid was even born. So that was like 2007 I saw that. Now probably, if you just look at a studio in St. Mark's, probably like $4,000.
Oh, that hurts my feelings. Because $1,500 for a studio, to me, is still not right. That's out of pocket. That is unacceptable. But that is unfortunately the norm these days. Shit is fucked up, man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it is. Be glad you're not paying rent, my bro.
Yeah, I am very glad.
$4,500 for a studio for a 1-bedroom in St. Mark's.
Jesus.
$4,500.
Jesus Christ! You gotta be making. I can't do the math. Over 60K. You gotta be making. That's 60K.
That's more than 60K, because you got to be making 3 times the rent.
You got to be making 3 times that. That's 60K in rent for a year.
So that means you got to be
making 180.
You have to be a literal doctor.
You got to be a doctor to have a 1-bedroom apartment on St. Mark's.
A doctor who's paid off his student loans. Because if you got student loans still, you're not paying that off. You got to be a 40-year-old doctor to afford to step out of your house and see a crackhead.
Yep. Crust punks. You gotta be rich to live near crust punks. That's America, man. That's beautiful.
Irony. But I'm looking in Jersey City, which is still expensive. Like North Jersey, upstate. Upstate's still expensive too. But I gotta figure it out. I gotta make it happen, because I mean, I need the Northeast, man. It's a place where I understand things. Also, you know what? This is gonna sound real shitty of me to say, but I can't stand black media, and all of it is coming from like Detroit and Atlanta. My original plan was like to go to Atlanta because my job has an office there, but like I don't really like believe in my job so much anymore. And on top of that, like, first of all, Atlanta's equally as expensive. Maybe not as expensive as New York, but like it's getting close. And like I just New York and I mean Detroit and Atlanta have like kind of the same like personality types, and I just that particular personality type of like, you know, that black kind of like pseudo Christian thing, like a Kevin Samuels, or like these dating podcasts, like they that archetype of person exists here and in Atlanta probably like the most, or just in the South in general. The Midwest and the South is where those personality types come from, and like. Right. I can't, and like, you know what, like I'm cool with some people who are like that because, you know, they're still navigating the universe and like they're doing it through that Christian lens, whatever. But like when that's the only kind of person around you, bro, it drives you insane. You know what somebody said to me last year? A friend of mine, we were having a conversation about I don't know, dating or whatever the fuck, and she goes, yeah, dating's easy for you because you're such a rare dude. And I'm like, I'm not that rare. I'm like, I stole my personality from like anime villains. Like, not that rare at all. And she's like, bro, have you met men in Detroit? Have you met men in the Midwest? Like, there's nobody like you. And I was like, oh, that's right. There isn't anybody like me up here.
That's crazy.
Which is why I need to go back. I need to go back because I don't like being rare. I like being amongst my own kind of people.
Right. That's how I feel about LA. I only been to LA once, but whenever I walk around in New York, any part of New York, I feel like I stand out. Not in a weird way, because everything is crazy here. But like, I don't know. But when I went to LA, I did not stand out at all. I was like, everybody looks cooler than me. And I don't think I look cool, but like in New York, I'm like, fuck, everything's awful. Fuck who looks cooler than me. Everything's rough. But in LA, it was nice and warm and everybody looked mad cool. I had a better sense of direction in LA. I don't understand how that worked out. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. I mean, I know what I'm doing here. I'm not going to leave. I can't lie.
Yeah, your whole family is it's in the same place. It's on the same island.
Man, fuck the whole family shit. Not fuck my family. I love my family, but just like, I'm from New York. I'm from Staten Island, especially. You know, we're outcasts in New York, so like, I have a chip on my shoulder.
So
I gotta be ignorant. Island. I gotta do it for the island. Honestly, I can't leave yet until I put on for the island, for Shaolin.
That's a crazy thing to say.
I hate myself so much.
I just want to move. Listen, I don't have aspirations that high. I just want my friends to be like, yeah, I'll be there in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's what I
Facts.
want. Dude, I remember the last time somebody was in my house that was like a person I wasn't fucking was, I remember, this is how lonely I am as a person. It was like a year ago, and maybe even more than a year, because it was like not this most recent winter, but the one before that. And I was in this apartment, and I remember there was this girl that I had met, and I friend zoned her, but I mean, you know, we're cool. But I remember she called me, and she was like, oh no, I called her because she said she was like going out to some club, and I didn't want to go to that club, but like I got so bored and lonely, because you gotta remember, I'm still in my depression at this point, you know what I mean? Right. So I didn't want to go to the club, but then like after sitting in my house, I was like, oh, well, damn, I don't want to not go anywhere. So I called her, and I was like, oh, what are you doing? She's like, oh, we're just in the parking lot of this club getting drinks, but she's like, it's kind of crowded. I don't know if I want to go in there. And I was like, oh, well, where are you? Because she was with a friend, and I was like, oh, where are you and her headed like now? And she's like, I don't know. Can we come to your house and think about it? I was like, sure. And it was just two strangers in my house, and I was like, wow, I have company. And I didn't even like these bitches, bro. So the fact that I was like so excited to have company, even though I didn't like them, tells you what a lonely ass individual I am. I need to like come back to the fucking land.
Yeah, bro.
Ain't that the saddest shit you ever heard, bro?
You gotta come back home. Ugh. New York fucking sucks, but I love it. Hate that.
Everybody
shit.
says New York sucks until they leave.
Mm-hmm.
The only people who enjoy leaving New York are Brooklyn white people. Brooklyn Bayside niggas, like, they love going south because they're racist, which is like, that's where they fit in. It's just their same racism. They're racist, they're Republican, they're just, once they go to South Carolina, because they never go to like Atlanta, they always go to like South Carolina.
Yeah.
They're like, they never go to a city either. That's what I always noticed. For those who are not from New York, so one thing I love about New York is that New York has a billion little pockets, right? You could like turn a corner and be in a whole new reality. And like, I'm not talking like going from Queens to the Bronx. I'm talking like Astoria to Forest Hills. Like, these are two neighborhoods in Queens that are walking distance from each other that are two different fucking worlds, two different cultures, races live there, crazy. So in Brooklyn, you know, everybody, I feel like when people think about Brooklyn outside of New York, they think hipsters and he, she, theys and they, thems and all that. But Bay Ridge, Brooklyn is full of like white Italian Republicans who love cops. They just love them. They love cops and they love baseball. It's like a typical white boy from any other place in the world. And their usual track is they grow up, they get married, and they go south. Because all of them have like some cousin that lives in like Beaufort, North Carolina or something. It's never Charlotte. It's never Atlanta. It's never Miami. It's never even like Jacksonville or Tampa. It's always some town you never fucking heard of just below Virginia. And that is, they love it out there. And I wish more of them would leave so that my black ass can be in Bay Ridge. Yeah.
So actually, that's how long you've been gone from here. Bay Ridge is the spot right now, bro. Bay Ridge is very diverse. Tons of Middle Eastern, Asian people, hipster white people. Bay Ridge is
well. That's not to say that.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's not to say that like Bay Ridge, every part of New York is diverse, minus the island. But like but if you're gonna meet that kind of if you're gonna meet somebody who loves cops in New York, you're gonna meet them in Bay Ridge or Staten,
or Marine Park.
Or
Marine Park is fucking racist.
Or possibly Far Rockaway, which is like, it's Queens, but it's like barely New York, because people don't leave Far Rockaway to like come anywhere else. They just It's right by the beach. They just stay there. Like, there's nobody, like, you're never gonna hear like Ozone Park, stand the fuck up. You're never gonna hear that, bro. Like, nobody who lives in that area leaves. That's like at the very ass end of Queens. It might as well be Long Island. It's you're never gonna hear from anybody out there, because it is Long Island basically.
Yeah. In the words of the late Chinks Drugs, Staten Island is just like Far Rockaway. If you're not from there, don't go there. You have no business there. None at all. Nothing for you.
No new opportunities.
No new opportunities. Just racism and violence.
I was looking at apartments at Far Rockaway today too, and I was like, I'm not doing that. I'd rather be in Jersey.
Yeah. Jersey is like one of the most affordable places to live in, close to this part.
And you know what's crazy? I think Jersey is the third or fourth most expensive state in America, and it's still like the most affordable place you can live in the Northeast. Because it's New York is like I think New York is second, Boston is first, and then I think Connecticut's pretty affordable, but Connecticut's also like it's super inconvenient to go from Connecticut to anywhere else.
Right. And I know Connecticut is one of the richest states in the country.
Yeah, Connecticut's one of those places where just rich people built houses and there's nothing out there but rich people's houses.
Yep.
Like, there's no community going on over there. There's just nothing. Again, you're never going to hear fucking Naugatuck, Connecticut stand up. You know?
Yo, you made that up, right? Naugatuck?
I did not. I actually went to Naugatuck, Connecticut once.
Who did you see there?
I went for a Hatebreed video shoot. Oddly enough,
You were in a Hatebreed video
you can't see me in the video because it's like a whole
show.
mosh pit dealy. But
Yeah. You was there.
yeah, I was there. What song was it? Was it "Destroy Everything"? I forget. It's not one of my favorite songs. But let me see if I can find it. Let's just get deep into my alt bag.
Since we're getting deep into this, I read this on MySpace back in the day that the origins of Hatebreed was racism. Is that true? Do you know?
It probably is. It's the song
Probably,
"Defeatist."
Defeatist.
I think that rumor came out, and then they like tried to denounce
Right.
their racism for that quick run in the MySpace days. It was like, no. But they're also, I'm sure every racist in the world who likes metal has a Hatebreed shirt. So
Yep. Oh, that's a fact.
it sounds fire.
It does. It does.
Oh my god, it does sound fire.
I'm gonna keep it a rack. I never listened to Hatebreed a day in my life, but when I hear someone say they went to go see Hatebreed, I'm like, oh, that's a hardback nigga, bro. You went to go see them? You made it through? Wow.
It's a great live set. I've seen Hatebreed a few times. Chef's kiss.
The hardest back nigga in the world. Seen Hatebreed a few times. Sheesh.
I mean, it's not that crazy of a show. I mean, it's a crazy show, but it's just mostly it's mostly white guys who are bald with like super long chin beards.
Yeah.
And like super baggy cargo shorts.
Yeah.
So Joey, do you know anybody in Staten who owns some property pretty much next to the bridge who wants to rent it to me for the low?
No, but if I find them, I will get a place first, and then I will let you know.
What happened to you staying with your parents for 2 years?
Bruh, I don't know if I could do it, son. I'm about to... Listen, man. Look. This is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go find a place, and you can come stay here. You can live here. Rent
You live
free.
with your parents?
Yeah, come live with my parents. Rent free. You'll love it.
Bro, do you think I wouldn't do that with the swiftness, bro? Let me tell you, if somebody said live with me for free, bro, I'm getting 3 jobs, I'm saving up many, many racks, and I'm buying property in 6 months. Like, I'm not sleeping. Like, if I had the opportunity to live for free ever, I am going stupid hard.
Yeah.
Hell, I might have to go stupid hard anyway. It's kind of hard to go stupid hard when you pay rent, because you're just like,
Yeah.
but I live here, Like, I want to enjoy here. I want to decorate here. But when it's not like I want to have, my girl here. But when it's not your house and that anxiety kicks in and you're just like grind. Dude, I remember when I first came here, I was staying with some girl and she literally just expressed her like hate for me very immediately. So I would just wake up, leave the house, Uber, DoorDash, look for a job, come back when everybody was sleeping, or if I knew she wasn't home. Like I was not.
Yeah.
Sure. And now I ended up living here for 2 years. But yeah, you fucking. And bro, I keep seeing those TikToks of like dudes being like, I Ubered 12 hours today, and I'm Ubered 12 hours every day for 7 days, and I made $2,500. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, obviously $2,500 minus gas and taxes, so probably like 2,000, but like 2,000 in a week is still straight. $8,000 in a month from just sitting in your car, essentially. Especially if you're in the city, especially if you're in like Brooklyn, because people like Brooklyn's like the spot where nobody leaves.
Yep.
So really, you're driving like a couple minutes this way, a couple minutes that way, a couple minutes this way.
If you're in Brooklyn, everything you need is in Brooklyn. Everything. And if you're in Manhattan and you're willing to do it, you taking niggas to Brooklyn, they're taxing to take them to another borough. If I didn't lease a car, I would be Ubering. I would 100% be Ubering if my car wasn't.
Can you DoorDash?
Yeah, but I've Uber Eats, and that is not nearly the same kind of money. I was like, this shit ain't on Staten Island. It's not worth it. I don't want to go to Brooklyn to do Uber Eats because that's like, that I don't think it would be worth it. But shit, who knows? You never know.
It might be. I DoorDash for a little bit. I had the scheme going though. I think I talked about this before in the pod, but I mean, I'll give out the game again if anybody's out there struggling, which I mean, with all the money conversations I had this week, I know everybody broke. But what I would do is there was a parking lot I would sit in, and in this parking lot was like the shopping center of food. But the parking lot was also surrounded by houses. So during rush hour, like, because that's the only time it was really like worth it to me. But like 5 to 9 in my area where I was at in Allentown, like the base rate was doubled, so it was like $6 a ride, and then every stop was like a mile away because it was all the food was in this shopping center. So it was either McDonald's, Little Caesars, like this other like kind of restaurant, or in like maybe a Arby's or something.
Right.
But like there was like 6 little restaurants in this spot, and if you just sit there, like obviously the app will throw you crazy rides, like, oh, take this Arby's 13 miles away. No, skip it. But you skip rides for like 5 minutes, and eventually it'll give you 1 mile away, 1 mile away, 1 mile away. I think the most I ever made, which kind of sounds like slow money, but I think after gas and taxes and whatever, I think it was like $250 in like 3 hours.
That's crazy. That's a regular job. That's more than like most regular jobs actually in a day. Like on some real shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think on a regular day it was like $150. So like $150 in 3-4 hours by again just sitting in my fucking car.
That's decent bread. Great way to grind when you need to come up on some fucking bread. I wish.
Also, not gonna hold you. I got free lunch at least one of those days because sometimes you just forget
something
to bring
got fucked up, right? My first ever Uber Eats delivery, I got a free milkshake.
Because you always forget to bring the milkshake in, and then it's like, well, they're not gonna make you go back. So they're just gonna refund the person.
Yep.
Because the thing is too, I was like, I remember the first time I left the drink in my car. I'm looking at it. I'm like, should I bring it back? I don't want a bad rating. But then I'm like, wait a second, like I'm not gonna be doing this forever. I'm not gonna be doing this for like the month. So,
that nigga said, "Fuck that rating." That's my milkshake.
And I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, yo, this is cookies and cream, huh? Oh no.
4 stars is good enough for me.
Oh, I can't wait until we do this podcast. And I don't even care if the money comes from the podcast, but we just start talking about lavish shit. Like, yeah, man, today I took a jet ski around the Statue of Liberty, because why not? On a Tuesday morning.
On a Tuesday. Yeah, man. I've been fucking this whole day up until this podcast, I've been looking up music libraries to send my music to so they can use them in commercials and movies and TVs and shit like that. Because that's where the bread is. Like, and I need that fucking bread. I've been looking them up all day. I got like 30 of them that I'm going to submit my music to. If y'all, any music supervisors listening to this, I will give head for a placement. Look at these lips.
I love how whenever I say gay shit about you, you're just like, man, shut up, fuck you. And now you're just like, I'm down.
I'm only talking about women. If you're a dude music supervisor, don't unsubscribe to the podcast. Go die in a ditch. I only want to be surrounded by women for the rest of my life. And I have been told that my head game for women is top tier. So, lady music supervisors, use me to your advantage. I got fire beats. You can come into the crib. You can make the beats with me, and then let me beat. I will beat for you. You let me do whatever you need me to do. I'm desperate.
See, you got to go gay for it, because you got to realize if you're a music supervisor and a woman, you're probably making mad money. You got Polo G personally. All these pretty rich rap niggas.
Yeah,
she's getting her back blown out by who's a pretty rich rap nigga right now. I can't think of a pretty nigga in the game. I haven't listened to rap in a while.
Jack Harlow.
Why you making him a white boy, bro? Why? All right, well, there's a white supervisor, a music supervisor, Jacqueline and Jack Harlow getting it in. You gotta suck off Mike. Yeah. Mike, the music supervisor.
Yeah.
And I support you in doing so.
No, unfortunately not. I can't compromise my morals, and my morals are no dicks in my mouth.
You know what's crazy? Speaking of dicks in mouth, I feel like, when you ever see those TikToks or whatever where it's like that age old question of like, would you suck a dick for $10 million or whatever? And like dudes say no. If we're out and one of my friends says no to that, we're not friends anymore. Because how the fuck?
You selfish ass, homophobic bitch ass nigga.
Like that's great. Like if somebody offered me $10 million to suck their dick, of course. That's dumb for you. I'm not gonna suck dick. Well, I never did this.
Yeah.
Like you're not about to have fun. I'm about to scrape your shit crazy.
Yeah.
I don't have a wide jaw, bro.
You getting all teeth.
All teeth, bro. Like I got an overbite. You fucking. That's it for you. That's clip. Yeah. Like I'm sucking dick for $10 million. But if I got a friend who was like, nah, I would never do that. That's crazy. You don't love your mother, bro. You and I. Like your mother's 65, still working.
Still working. Oh my god. You don't love your mother, my nigga. You don't got mouths to feed. You're not a real man. Because a real man takes care of his family. You know, according to every hood movie I've seen.
Exactly. You know, realistically, like, let's say you a Bay Ridge niggas. Let's bring it back to Bay Ridge. You can probably get a home in these Beaufort, North Carolinas or whatever for like 120 grand, right? A little 3-bedroom for the family. That means 10% down. You could give like 10 of your closest friends 12 grand and still have 8 million to yourself. You can give 10 of your closest friends down payments for homes in Beaufort. All you gotta do is kiss a little penis, and then you just gonna turn that down? I'm sorry, we're not friends no more. You're not putting on gang? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yo, you could dead start a village in Beaufort, North Carolina, if you just suck a little dick.
You and your boys could buy a town.
Man, niggas is hustling backwards, buying drinks for bitches. Backwards.
I'm buying her a LLC.
Yo, do you remember seeing that shit? I feel like it was on Twitter. This was mad long ago about a girl who got her boyfriend like a real estate property for his birthday. You ever see that shit?
I did not. Who is that girl? I would love someone to buy me property.
But that's crazy because, like, what if you were not fit to run a business at all? Like, you gonna drive that shit into the ground. Like George Bush.
You know what was funny? Somebody, it was Lori Harvey. It was so funny because, I don't know why, like, Lori Harvey's, like, sex life is just talk of the town, whatever. But there was a moment when Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan broke up. There was, like, this war in, like, the dating, internet.
Sphere.
Where... Yeah, the datosphere, where men were like, oh, he's a great man, and blah, blah, blah. She shouldn't have broke up with him. Like, he's amazing. These bitches know nothing. And then women were like, bro, like, Michael B. Jordan's like 32. She's like 25. She's living her life. But, like, nobody brought up the one thing that I first thought of was, like, the fact that, like, Michael B. Jordan, for Lori's, it was a birthday or Christmas, he got her Louis Vuitton stock. And I'm like... That's cute if like you're getting that for like a regular bitch, but this is Steve Harvey's daughter. Like if you buy me like if my father is billionaire Rich. Steve Harvey, you don't buy me no fucking stocks and bonds, you bitch. Like buy me some stupid shit. Like take me to Bora Bora. Don't like I have a literal unlimited bank account in Steve Harvey, and you want to buy me. Not to mention the fact that I'm already independently rich and famous.
Yeah. You ain't take me out the mud.
Like, that was the corniest shit I ever heard.
I'm going to just sell the stock and use that for your birthday gift, which is going to be like, I don't know, dinner at like Red Lobster or some shit.
A Louis Vuitton stock is worth way, unless you're going to Red Lobster for like 2 months straight. If you are renting a Red Lobster to yourself.
That'd be fire. I mean, you take the nigga to Red Lobster one time and then pocket the rest of the money, I guess. Speaking of Louis Vuitton, I don't know if I've talked about this on the pod. I don't think I have. But I've become obsessed with designer brands. Louis Vuitton being one of them. And that has no relevance to anything. You said Louis Vuitton and my mouth got a little wet. I was like, Louis Vuitton.
Why are you obsessed with designer brands?
Because designer brands in general, the phenomenon of it is insane. So I work in the public. I work at a retail store. I see so much Gucci and Louis Vuitton every fucking day. Now, if you go to one of these stores or you look up the prices online, the prices for these handbags or wallets or belts are unbelievable. Unfucking believable. So I just wonder, right? Like, what is it about this product that makes people say, I'm going to do that? I'm going to invest in this. Of course, some of these items are investments because the quality is good. You know, the name brand carries weight, resellable, so on and so forth. You know, there's the status of it, all that shit. I don't know. Some shit about that shit is all mad cool, very interesting to me, especially when I started looking at Hermes belts, which, like, better yet, the Birkin bag. The Birkin bag is made by Hermes, however the fuck you want to say it. I'm obsessed with Hermes because it's an H and that's my last name. But did you know you can't just buy a Birkin bag, even if you got, that's like a $50,000 purse. But if you went into Hermes with a suitcase full of money, $100,000, I want a Birkin, they're going to say, no, we don't know you. Get the fuck out the store, because you need to be a customer that has been there for years, bought mad shit, and you got to get cool with the niggas at your local store. The exclusivity, it's just amazing to me that there's shit from the point, obviously, right? We look at everything like, or most things are, we want to be everywhere. We want everyone to buy us, you know, be everywhere. Everybody come into the store, buy all our shit. And these brands are so big that they're like, you're not allowed in here, which is fucked up. Obviously, it's discriminatory. And something about that is very enticing to me. It also helps me realize when I see that shit every day, there are niggas out here with money who are doing dumb shit with their money. And I also want to be a nigga with money doing dumb shit with my money. You know why? Because I'm tired of doing dumb shit with no money.
I think we're all tired of doing dumb shit with no money, but designer is not what does it for me personally. And the thing too is, all right, so as far as there are niggas with money, but I feel like designer is so there's a couple of things, right? First of all, a lot of designer is fake, because selling fake designer is just as big of a bag as selling the real thing.
Yes.
So that's one. And a lot of niggas buy fake because they want the status symbol of it. So not all these niggas have money. Also, too, there's like a lot of like really weird brands out there. Yes. Like the shit that like Mark Zuckerberg wears. Like you look at Mark Zuckerberg's fits and you think, oh, like this is definitely like Hanes shirts. No, his fits are like, it's like if you see Mark Zuckerberg like a regular polo and like look up where it's from, these shirts are like $4,000. Like you never, I'm dead ass. Like if you look up like Mark Zuckerberg's fits or Elon Musk, like the shit that looks so regular, looks like you could buy it at a Target, and it's just like a $12,000 sock that's made with like Egyptian cotton or some shit. It's so crazy. Yeah, it's like these companies that like, if you told somebody you was wearing it, they'd have no idea what you were talking about.
Yeah, and that's part of the shit. Like a bag, one of these handbags can be plain as fuck. Plain black purse. It has the name Celine. It is $15,000. But everyone around here doesn't even know that. Because nobody knows. Because nobody got the money for Celine. What the fuck? Shit is crazy to me. And something about that, I think it's obviously, you know, symptoms of just capitalism and listening to rap music my whole life. It's just like, man, I don't know. Like I want that. I need that. Of course, there's the idea of just wanting to be able to afford the most ridiculous shit, because obviously that would mean I don't have any fucking financial problems. Now I know a lot of the people who I'm seeing with this fucking designer putting it on credit cards, buying fake shit, are in debt, shouldn't be buying designer. But I don't give a fuck about that or them. I want to be one of the niggas who says, you know what? I need to get a 3-pack of t-shirts. Let's go to Dolce & Gabbana. They're only like $400 each. T.
Yeah, you got to look up, it's called Brunello Cucellini.
I know Brunello.
Yeah, it's this shit.
Yeah,
like I'm looking at a pair of jeans, regular ass denim jeans, $845.
Yeah, bro.
This is what like Mark Zuckerberg wears.
Yep.
Oxford shirt,
yep.
$600 and $700. There's nothing particularly special about any of these things.
You know what I actually learned recently? So I was looking into Amiri and why Amiri jeans are so fucking expensive. And this ties into the conversation, the broader conversation of like arbitrary value and whatnot. I remember reading about Hermes and they were like, every Hermes bag is like handmade. You got to go to a special school, you know. Cool, that makes sense. You get a certain kind of value because it's handmade, fine products. There's this one Amiri jean that most Amiri jeans actually, no two are alike because they're all like hand distressed and all that shit. And there's this one pair of jeans that they have that they shoot with a shotgun to make the rips and shit. Each pair of jeans gets shot with a shotgun. There'll never be two pairs alike. But where the fuck does it stop? Like I personally wiped my ass with this piece of fabric and then washed it in a clean right on Port Richmond Avenue and then threw it in the gutter. That is going to cost you $8,000 for those pair of jeans. Where do we stop? I came on it myself and I put it in the microwave and then I smacked an orphan with it and then strangled him to death. Like, where do we stop?
We stop when people stop thinking like exclusivity makes it cool. Yeah, I love how we're on like entirely different waves because like literally I just bought a bunch of t-shirts from like a wholesaler.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Because I had this band t-shirt that I cut it in half, I cropped it, I cut the sleeves off as usual. And I was like, wow, this like fits really good. Like this is like a really like heavy cotton. I really like this. And I was like, where's this from? And I looked it up and it's like an American Apparel, like 1301 shirt. And I was like, where can I buy these in bulk? So I looked it up, found like a bulk site, the 1301 American Apparel t-shirts, $4. Bought it in like 8 different colors. And I was gonna crop
How
them
much
all.
money did you save? Like, how many shirts did you have to buy? That's a fucking...
You can just buy one at a time.
What? That's a fucking... Yo, that's a cheat code, my nigga. That is a cheat code right there. What I've been doing with the designer shit, I found an app where people sell them secondhand. So like also
Depop?
this, not well like Depop, but it's a different app where it's like all designer shit. And it's all like verified and shit like that. And it's just fun to browse around, you know, because I've seen shit on there. It's like, oh, they're only selling this for $4,000. The original price is $10,000, you know, and for as little as $100 a month with a low, like it's crazy. They let you take out like loans for clothes.
So like, I'm gonna ask you, like, how do you? Because my thing with clothing, what matters more to you, like the silhouette or it being designer? Because for me, that's why I crop shit. Because like I like shapes. Like this shirt is like mad long, and today I was just jogging. I walked past the mirror and I was like, I hate how long this shirt is. I hate how long this shirt because it makes me look weird. Because it makes me look shorter because it's a long shirt and I don't wear super baggy pants. But like I like silhouettes and I don't really care where it's from as long as the silhouette. So for like me, for like a super baggy pants and like my favorite pants right now, and you guys could probably like look these up, but what's the fucking brand? I'm gonna gatekeep actually, but they sell it at Walmart. It's like a new brand they sell at Walmart, and they have these like green cargos that like they're kind of cargos, but they're like a green kind of like cargo harem pant kind of.
Okay.
Those really baggy with like a crop top is like a great silhouette for me because The bagginess with the cropness makes me look really tall.
Yes.
Now, although I love that silhouette, if an Amiri tag was on the crop top, I'm not paying an extra $600 or whatever
$8,000 for it.
for the silhouettes. So, like, what is it about designer in particular that you fuck with?
Well, see, I love fashion. I love the silhouettes. I love style, which is separate from the designer. That's what I'm obsessed with is with designer is the phenomenon of that Amiri tag being the difference between that shirt costing $4 and $400. It's just like, why does it cost that much? I think it's kind of like one of those things where it's like what's the movie where they did this? You ever watch the movie Nymphomaniac?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. That would have been a terrible analogy anyway. But it's kind of like doing research on these things that people are obsessed with, because it brings arbitrary status. It's arbitrary value. It's fucking made up. Like, the true value in a piece of clothing is that it covers your skin. Of course, there is a degree of like the comfort and the quality, so on and so forth, of course. But like for a pair of jeans to be $40 versus $4,000, like that's arbitrary type shit. Cause like, so what if you took the jeans and hand painted them, distressed them, and shot them with a shotgun? That's only valuable because you said so. Because like, I don't give a fuck what you did with the jeans. But
you know what
looking into something all about that, I've become obsessed with the phenomenon of people being attracted to that. And then I think, of course, there's just the regular capitalism of like these things being almost like mystical or mythical to me. Like being like, oh my God, I've only heard of this brand in music when people are talking about amounts of money I can never dream of seeing, and seeing it in person is like, whoa, that's that shit that so-and-so is talking about in that song. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it up until right now. That shit is crazy. And now I want it. But
you know what I think
I want to have real money first, you know, because it's just not important.
I think I just came up with the theory of this exclusivity completely on the fly.
Okay.
I have this is just my thought with no real knowledge of fashion history or anything. Sure. But what I think it is I think people conflate status with talent, right? Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is you get these people, right? These, like I said, I know nothing about fashion history. This is my guess, right? The person who made Gucci was not like some nigga who, to my assumption, was not like some nigga who got it out the mud, right? He was already somebody rich in rich spaces and decided, hey, I want to design clothes. And his millionaire dad was probably like, yeah, go for it. So what happens is, I think, is that when you're a millionaire or whatever, or like a millionaire's son or whatever the case may be, you say, okay, I want to design clothes. Well, who are you going to design clothes for?
Not
the
poor
millionaire,
people.
the millionaires next to you, right?
Yeah.
The models next to you, the celebrities next to you, the people with status that are already next to you. You're going to design for Zendaya, for Brad Pitt, and then you're going to have them wear your shit. Yep. So I think people go, okay, well, this is some shit Brad Pitt's wearing. This is some shit, but like Brad Pitt's there because Brad Pitt got it out the mud and had the talent and is in movies. And Zendaya, you know, like this guy designed XYZ brand for this person on the Met Gala, but like it's not about the brand, it's about this person is so like talented or whatever the case may be, that they got to a place where somebody's dying to design clothes for them.
Yes.
So when you see like niggas with Amiri jeans, the niggas with Amiri jeans, those are, you know, like the niggas in the hood. Like nobody designed the Amiri jeans for some nigga in a drill video,
right?
with 75 views on YouTube. Nobody designed. Right. He bought those online and some Chinese boy made them and shipped it to him. But like the Amiri he's wearing versus the Amiri that, you know, Pedro Pascal is wearing, there's not the same Amiri. But I think in this drill nigga's head, he's thinking, oh, I'm up there. I'm with Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
I'm not in the bodega. Right. I'm on fucking the strip in LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think people they skip the step. They think if I buy the stuff, I am the person, but you got to be the person first. Because Pedro Pascal in Haynes is still the nigga in Last of Us, the nigga in all these movies, the nigga who's going to be entertaining us for the next decade, unless he beats a bitch up like these actors love to do at this point.
Oh shit, that's a fact. Oh man, R.I.P. Michael B. Jordan. Right?
No, Michael B. No, it was Jonathan Majors and Adam Driver too. But I guess Adam Driver's white, so he's getting away. He got
away with it. Yeah.
I seen the video of what Adam Driver did though.
There's a video of him.
There's videos of him like just being rough with women, and it's like supposed to be a joke. Like I saw him like choke out some bitch, like some like just set assistant. And he's like, oh, he starts laughing afterwards, but it's like, yo, he scared me. And I'm not like a white woman on set. I was a nigga on TikTok watching it.
So back on this this obscure fashion thing, I agree with what you said. Absolutely. Now I know some of the history specifically with Gucci, and then you know there's definitely credence to what you're saying, but then it's still mixed because like Gucci specifically, right? The reason why they started making bags is because they made saddles out of leather. There was a nigga named Gucci, and they made saddles for horses, and people who rode horses, and they were good quality saddles made by hand from a leathersmith. So there's value there because like not everybody can do that. Not everybody can fucking make like. It's like, yo, Gucci makes saddles, my man makes saddles, he throws one together for me on the fly, but he's not getting the finest leather and he's not that nice at it as opposed to Gucci with his exclusive shop who makes the saddles for all the rich horse riders. And then eventually only rich people can ride horses and buy saddles and the brand grows. And now this person is talented at, you know, making this thing and they've gotten so good and only rich people buy their shit that now it's at the point where kind of like how you were saying about Pedro Pascal, this person has become so big and so good at what they did that not only is it going to be like Pedro Pascal, someone wants to design clothes for him. The other rich people who did get it out the mud say, I want to go to the best, and that's so-and-so. That's, you know, Gucci. And then at the same time, Gucci's like, well, I want to design shit. Who can I get to wear my shit? I make the best shit. You're the hottest nigga out. You know, you get the shit. And then eventually it just gets to a point where obviously these goods become very available to the point where the exclusivity is manufactured. And that's one of the things about the fashion industry is so wasteful. Why is my shit all fucking up? Fucking sample rate. That's why this. Do you hear that? Sounded like a fucking robot? Do you hear me sound like a robot?
Not at all.
No, it's just me. Okay, that's fine. So like, that's another thing that's interesting to me about these fashion brands too. Is like, because now we're at the point like we were saying. At one point, Gucci was the Pedro Pascal, where people were like, I want my saddle made by him. I want the handbag made by them because they're the talented one. But now, these fashion brands like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, all these big shits, they throw their clothing out that they don't sell. They don't put it on sale. They don't mark it down. They throw it away. They don't let people have it. They don't let the poor niggas have it. So it's a different kind of evil because the fashion industry is one of the biggest industries that contributes to climate change because they use a lot of water. Fast fashion is like so horrible for the environment. I found out like Zara is one of the biggest companies in the world, and I think Hermes owns them type shit. The shit's all fucked up. Rich people are evil. We should eat them. But at the same time, though, I want to drive a fire BMW and have a Louis Vuitton belt. My sunglasses are Guy Laroche. Do y'all niggas know who that is? Me neither. Me neither. But they were originally expensive, and I got them for a real low price. So fuck it, my nigga. We ball. we fake ball. We fake ball on a budget. Man.
You know when I knew I was like, I think the nail in the coffin for my anti-capitalism was the year I tried to commit suicide. Let's not get dark. Let's not dwell on that one. But I crashed my car into a wall, and I ended up living. So I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm gonna continue on. But I had insurance at the time, and I put my car in the shop, and my insurance was like, all right, you get a fucking a rental for like 2 weeks or whatever. So the rental they gave me was a Dodge Challenger, like a fucking what year was this? Like 2019? Like a 2019 like Dodge Challenger, like brand new. And they didn't let me pick it. Like they just pulled up with that. Like, so I was like, oh shit. Like, and I had always like thought about that car and been like, yeah, that'd be a cool car to have. And then I finally, I got in the car and I was like, I hate driving this thing. Like I hate, like it's a fucking boat. Like
it's tiny.
No, it's a boat. It's
big
huge.
Ass car, but no room inside. I never been in the Challenger. I don't fucking know.
I just hated driving it, and I was like, damn, like I wanted this car for so long just because it like looks cool. It's like a status symbol, but like on some real shit, it's kind of ass. So
That is crazy.
So I was just like, yeah, and like, that same year, because like I said, I was going through depression. I spent a lot of money. Like I bought clothing that I shouldn't, and nothing like Gucci, but like I bought like a lot of Tommy Hilfiger. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Tommy.
I bought. Yeah, I put myself into a lot of debt trying to like, buy happiness, and I was like, this is not it. This is not it for me. So, and then when I like lost weight, I was like, oh, this is what's it for me. Like feeling good, but I mean everybody's different, but like being able to move weight easier, feeling lighter, jumping higher, running faster. That's like even today, like I went for a run, never run in a while. And, I looked at my mile time, and my mile time was still pretty slow. I think it was like a 12-minute mile, but like for like 3 miles, but like that's a record for me. Like that. Well, that's a record like since the pandemic when I was running every day. And I was just like, nice. That just felt better than any pair of Amiri jeans could ever get me. And it didn't destroy the environment.
Yep. It did not.
I mean, I did eat a lot after though. I did do some farts, so maybe that might have. But
oh man, you know what? I want to be a fashion designer, and I want to figure out how to make the most high-end fucking clothing that doesn't destroy the environment, that helps the environment, and that everyone can have except for the hyper rich. They can't have that shit. Except that something I don't understand about fashion is that these niggas are obsessed with weird looking shit. Like I've been all into these brands, and I'm like, okay, maybe I'll develop the eye for that weird shit. And then I look shit up about on runways, and I'm like, I don't fucking get it. Why are you wearing feathers? I don't know. I just don't fucking know.
I'm actually gonna explain that to you.
Thank you.
So what happens is the shit on runways is not meant to be worn. So
of course, don't see it out. No, that I know. That I know.
Yeah, those are just pieces, right? So like, I hate when fashion niggas do this. Fashion niggas will wear a vest and some trousers or slacks, whatever, and they're like, oh, I have these 2 pieces. No, those are mass-produced pieces of fucking clothing. The shit on the runway is pieces. You found that at a thrift store. It's not a piece, bro. There's 70,000 of this sweater
it's not
in
a
circulation
piece,
right
bro.
now. It's not a piece. You know what I mean? It's because what is the definition of peace? Peace means one. There's not one of that thing. There's the thousands. This shit you see in the runway. That's the designer himself going. Let me hold my beer. Let me do something crazy.
Right.
Watch this. That is what the design. That's what the runway is. That's the runway is the designer or his team going. I'm gonna fuck this shit up right now. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm really capable of. Y'all could buy a T-shirt with a logo on it. I really ain't have nothing to do with that. That was some 70 grand a year make an intern for real. This shit in the runway with the feathers and the gauntlets and the chains and the fucking helmet with the horns. That was me. That's what I wanted to do.
But see, something I've learned though with these runway shows, their collections that they put together, there is a connection between their collections and what becomes fashionable and trending for that season, which I still don't fucking understand. But I'm very new to the game. I haven't, I'm still at my rap boy status where I'm like, nigga, I need a Louis belt. I need a Hermes belt. I need some fucking Chanel sunglasses. I didn't even realize how designer oriented I already was when it comes to fragrances. Fragrances are a good investment that I didn't realize that regular people, you know, make investments in fragrances. And what I mean by that is we'll spend the money on a good fragrance that is by a really fucking expensive brand, but it becomes worth it. Because I have Chanel, I have Versace, I have Burberry, I have Mont Blanc, and Armani colognes, and they're fantastic. Fucking beautiful smelling things. Of course, there are other fragrances that you can get and find. But that on its own, even if they're more affordable, just being in the know is its own kind of niche underground. Honestly,
well, you know what's funny?
I feel like everything is about being a hype beast in some way, shape, or form. At least for me, I'm a hype beast.
You bring up scents, and like that was also part of my depression spiral where I really got in. So I gotta ask, are you okay, dude? Because like you're saying all this shit, and like everything you're saying, I get because I was in a depression spiral, bro.
Red flags.
I'm telling you, I bought so much shit. I put myself in the debt. I was really studying colognes. I had all types of Versace, and then like that was one of the things too, where like, just because of like how my body chemistry works, like scents don't really stick to me for that long. So it's like, also I'm forgetful. So like I had a $200 bottle of Versace, and then I used like maybe like 3/4 of it, and then I went to my homegirl's house, forgot it there, and she lived in like North Carolina,
and that was
I couldn't get it back. That was gone. She would spray it on herself. Like she posted like a Snapchat like spraying it on herself. Like it wasn't even Snapchat like to me. And I was like, bitch,
you better mail that back.
But so yeah, I gotta ask, are you okay, dog?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I've never bought my own cologne, like not once in my life. Word to everything. I have a crazy cologne collection, and I've bought none of it. I'm so grateful. My parents, always like people in my life for Christmas and birthdays, I always end up with really expensive cologne. I used to think they were trying to say something to me that I smelled, and they might be, but now I smell fantastic, so it worked. But I've never bought any of my own cologne, and I've got 2 different Versaces, 2 different Burberrys, Mont Blanc, Perry Ellis, dope shit. And all the designer shit I've been into, obviously, I've only been looking at online. See, so, you know what? I'm going to give them a quick plug. I found an app called Vestiaire Collective. All right? Now, if y'all niggas go to this site and start copping shit, designer shit, and fronting like you bought it, like, firsthand, you're a lame. And I know who you are, because I know who listens to this podcast. But anyway, you go on there, they, you know, people resell shit, but they also do Klarna and PayPal Pay in 4. And that's the thing, right? You see a $200 belt, and that's really like 4 payments of $50. And the belt was originally like, who the fuck knows? You gotta look it up, but it's Louis Vuitton. I've only made one purchase from this site. It was some sunglasses because they're really nice sunglasses, and I like sunglasses. And I'm not gonna pay full price for none of that type of shit. So that's the only reason why I've been like obsessed. Not the only reason why, but the way I've been consuming this designer culture, you know, reading about it and looking to purchase or invest from secondhand sites in installments that I have in an account like I have a, you know, the way my finances are set up, I got a checking and a savings and another checking that's just for fun, you know, like I put my budget together, have my little like fun budget. It's very small amount of my check goes in there and I save it up. And then I buy things in installment payments that are really small. And it's usually only 4 payments. And I don't got to worry about actually spending the money because it's, you know, money that I would piss away anyway. So it's like I might as well, you know, do some shit like, you know, go to the movies or maybe buy a belt. I'm not actually buying this shit.
Fucking belts, bro.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to do about the belts, bro? Of all the pieces of fucking clothing, the belts I understand the least. I think belt buckles, at least when they're... Because here's my thing. And this is no shade to anybody, but like a LV buckle looks so tacky to me.
It's just so fire.
And you know what it is too? Like a fucking... Let me tell you, a Dickies belt, like Dickies, like real fucking thick leather... That shit, I have a Dickies belt and Dickies wallet. I have not replaced either for years because they're fucking start. A Carhartt wallet, you could put a bullet in and still fucking have, bro.
Yeah. You're totally right. But see, the thing is, right? What I've learned that there's not really a difference between like a designer is like a title attributed to the name of a designer company, but it's really, you know, the brand. And Carhartt is another brand also, you know. Now they represent their value through their durability and quality, just like Louis Vuitton does, because those belts and those bags, they last a long time and they have high resale value, you know, because people value that shit. So yeah, I fuck with Carhartt and Dickies too, but for some reason belts, I don't know. Like, see, belt, like, okay, we were talking about shit that niggas won't know. V-neck, be a mirror, you won't even know. But belts, to me, they deserve to be ostentatious and arrogant. And I love that shit. And I'm trying to find a nice one. I've got my eye on a Valentino belt. Y'all niggas.
What's your take on jewelry?
Boy, you see me, dog. I love jewelry, dog. I don't got none, but like I love it. You feel me?
I love how, because my shit is like I love durability and like just lasting, and I don't really care about the brand. So like for me, I have my same kind of like I love Carhartt work in progress. I'll put like the work in progress brand for Carhartt, like that, like because it's different than regular Carhartt. It's still the same like durability, but it's just more like fashion. I love that shit. I don't own any of it because I mean I've pretty much been moving around and selling all my clothing for fucking years now. But like every now and again I'll just get in that website like, oh my god, that looks so hard. But like I'm the same way with jewelry. Like this one, I love shit that's like a little avant-garde, but also gonna last forever. Like I don't like gold. I love stainless steel. And bro, with the brand Vitali jewelry, oh my god, how do you spell it? Vitally. Oh my god, I have a couple.
I know what you're talking about. Wait, I feel like I know what you're talking about. I've seen some fire shit from them.
The skinny one I'm wearing right now is Vitali that I got like on sale, but like I have a huge choker by them, and they have another one of that choker with like spikes on it right now. Oh my god, I want it so badly.
I'm looking on the site.
But that shit will last eternally. I'll even give them free promo.
Yeah, I've seen this shit. This shit fire, gang. But I do like gold though. I don't know why. I like gold. I think one of the reasons.
I think gold just like washes out on me.
Okay. I know like also
I like the juxtaposition of being dark with the silver.
Okay. I like the brown skin and the gold. They do this thing. I don't know. It just makes me glow.
I feel like I'm too light. Like my undertones are yellow, so it's just like yellow on yellow.
I get what you mean. I used to not like gold.
But if I was like black, yeah.
I used to really like only like silvery things, but like it couldn't be silver because anybody can get silver. It had to be platinum. And that also comes from rap music, specifically Cash Money. A lot of my personality, I was raised by TV, rap music, and strict parents who live in New York. And now look at me. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing, mostly bad, I'm sure. The rap music part. I'm coming up with think pieces about why I need an Hermes belt. I'm fucked. It's over for me.
You've gone astray.
It's over. Look at my hair. It's blonde. I'm a black man. I got blonde hair, gold jewelry. I'm talking about designer. Man, niggas need to throw me in the garbage.
I can't even listen to rap anymore unless it's like super cool guy rap, like West Side Gun. But the thing is, like, when I listen to like West Side Gun talk about designer, it's so fictional to me. Like it's like listening to an RPG game. You know what I mean? It's like him talking about Louis Vuitton is like, it does the same thing to my brain as like somebody talking about
Elder
like
Scrolls
slaying a dragon. Yeah, it's like that part of my brain. Like, oh, this is ridiculous. Like, this is so ridiculous and crazy. But he's like, I have a Picasso in my living room. I'm just like, you don't have $100,000, $1 million. You don't have that.
Yeah. Yeah,
you don't have that. But like the fact that you're like rapping about it, like I like the tone you're setting with this music, but I am not trying to emulate it. But like regular rap, where like Lil Baby, like I can't listen. Bro, I heard a rap song the other day. I don't know what the song was, but this dude. All right, so I'm walking. I'm right here, like right where I'm at, outside my window, and I'm walking past a little pizza place out here. This guy is blasting from his car speakers. And I don't know what the song was, but the line this guy said was like, Emmett Till, I'll whistle at every white bitch. And I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Keep in mind, I haven't listened to rap music in like weeks. I listen to like Steve Lacy and like Kali Uchis and like fucking John Legend. Like I can't, but I just, living in Detroit will make you sick of rap music for sure, especially like the super ratchet shit. When I moved here, I was loving 42 Doug, and like now I'm just like, I don't want to hear about heroin anymore. I'm so tired. Even like the club, like dancing, I don't want to hear no Jeezy. I want to hear like fucking some Afro beats. Oh my god, I'm going to an Afro beats event next week. Oh my god, I forgot. Yes, is that next week? Is that Memorial Day weekend?
Oh, probably.
Weekend after
You're
that?
gonna ride mad cheeks. Ugh, I gotta get out there.
I'm gonna dance by myself. I'm a fucking.
They're gonna flock to you, bro.
Dude, go to a club and dance by yourself.
They're just gonna appear around you. Look at those arms, bro.
I look fucking fat. But they do flock to me. Some girl called me daddy in the middle of my jog the other day. I don't know where it came from, but I looked around. I looked around and I just saw somebody like waving, but I didn't have my glasses on, so I couldn't see him. But I was like, oh. No, I didn't wave back. I just kept waving. I just kept jogging. But it's spring in Detroit. That's very normal for me.
Yeah. You know, oh, right. It's getting warm out. You're not wearing clothes. They're not wearing their morals anymore when they see you. They just don't give a fuck. I know. I get it.
Those are the two things I'll miss about Detroit, are how attracted women are to me here, and the fact that all the medical professionals I have seen here without me trying have been black. My dentist is black. My doctor is black. I got my eyes checked the other day for updating my glasses prescription. Giant African came out. Come back here to I check your eyes. We can't do accents here. We've established this. But yeah, every professional I've seen has been black so far. That's about the only thing I'll miss though. Like this is a beautiful place, beautiful town, but I think my chapter here has come to an end.
Man.
Especially after having my car broken into, which I didn't even get into on the pod.
Man. Yo, if you're listening to this, please donate to our good brother Sasha, because niggas try to do him greasy in Detroit. All right. And that's foul. Because, you know, I bet whoever did it didn't realize it was someone who's so pure-hearted and such a good person. They didn't know that. You know, I know they were just desperate, trying to feed their kids. But fuck those kids, my nigga.
Well, you know what? I don't even think it was somebody trying to feed their kids. It's a TikTok trend. Did you know this? There is a switch in Kias and Hondas where if you break the steering column, you can turn the switch that turns the car on with like a USB charger. Like it's a tiny button and you can't really turn it with your hands, but if you stick like, I don't have a USB charger like present, but you know how like a USB charger kind of has that like space in it? That thing perfectly fits around the mechanism that turns the car on. So what kids are doing is they're breaking into cars, they're breaking open the steering column, and they're turning this shit to like just go joyriding. They don't even like steal the cars to sell them. It's all kids, the Kia boys, because this is in Kias and Hondas, which have been recalled. This actually came out like months ago. But I guess because I have a Honda Civic,
it's a Honda. Yeah.
They confuse Honda with Hyundai. It's Hyundai, not even Honda. So they tried to get in. They realized I didn't have that fucking switch in my car, and they went on the merry way. So glad they didn't steal it. But
fuck those kids.
Again, this was definitely not an adult.
If you're
fuck those dumb kids.
If by somehow you're one of the perpetrators of this crime, and you're listening to this, I want you to know. I'm going to smack the shit out of your mother right after I come in her mouth. And then she's going to kiss your father with that same mouth. Pussy. Thank you.
You know damn well these kids don't have fathers.
Yeah, they probably don't. They most likely don't. They damn sure don't.
I remember I knew one kid in high school who did steal a car. And this scared me straight, bro. So you know me, my whole thing is women. I love women. I love sex. That's all I've ever cared about. Even when I was a virgin in high school, I loved women. Like that was worshiping a woman is the highest thing for me, right? So I remember in high school, I don't think this kid actually stole a car for real. I think he lied about stealing a car. I think he borrowed it from his grandpa, but it was like this white passing like Hispanic goth kid in my high school who swore up and down he stole this Audi. And he pulled up to us, to our little group, and he was trying to impress this girl we were with, but the car reeked of cigar. And like, you know, when you're fucking 14, 15, however old we were, you know, cigars don't smell sexy. They don't smell sexy as an adult, but at least when you're an adult, you have the wherewithal to do it outside. You don't do it you don't stink up your car, or at least you don't stick up your car in your 30s, but whatever grandpa he stole this off of had to be smoking up in his Audi, you know, just sitting in his driveway avoiding his wife, I guess. I don't know. But so this kid pulls up in this fucking like brand new, like, you know, 2001 Audi. And he's like, oh, look what I got. I fucking jacked this shit. Da, 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 da. Saying I hot wired it. But like now in hindsight, I'm sure, like I said, just borrowed it from his grandpa or some shit. But we all come into the car, and at first everyone's like, oh, wow, cool. And then this one girl, like, smells it, and she's like, ew, this shit smells like grandpa. You stealing, you stole, like a old man's car. Like, what's fucking wrong with you, bro? Like, that old guy probably had to get somewhere. Da-da-da-da. Like, she just shit on this kid. Like, because I don't know why, like, cigar meant old person to her, but she just flamed this kid. Like, you a fucking bitch, bro. Like, you don't have your license. Like, what if you get in trouble out here? Like, da-da-da-da. Whoever, I don't even know who the girl was. Like, the girl was, like, an auxiliary part of the group, but she had a good head in her shoulders. And when I heard, she was fine, and I heard that, and she was like a tiny little Hispanic number with like, I don't know, she was just fat-assed, tiny. I think she was like one of my friend's cousins. It was like a large group of us, just kind of like just outside in a park somewhere. And you know, she had a great head in her shoulders. She's like, how you gonna just steal from some old man? And this car smells like shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? Da, 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 da. And she just walked away. And I was just like, yeah, I'm never committing a crime.
That's fair. That's fair. The lady has spoken.
I'm never committing a crime. I hope whoever that girl was, I hope she's okay in life.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ready to end on that note?
We can wrap it up. Shout out to her.
Wrap it up. Shout out to her. Shout out to Cardona. I hope his internet's fixed. I'll probably reach out to him now. But yeah, this has been the National Meat Treasure. We drop episodes every Thursday. You know, set an alarm, set your reminders, turn the bell on for notifications on both our Instagram and the YouTube. Leave a comment, follow me at thin.cruel.lips on TikTok and Instagram, and at National Meat Treasure on TikTok and Instagram, and at NMT Pod. Hit that GoFundMe link. By the way, I don't have insurance. That's a whole long story. We can get into another time, but I don't have insurance, so this is probably gonna run me about $2,000 to fix my window and fix this fucking steering column and shit. Maybe a little less. I've gotten some estimates that might be better, but we'll see what happens. And yeah. And by the way, thanks to everybody who's already contributed, because made a pretty penny already, which I was not fucking expecting. I really appreciate it. I'd cry if I knew how, but yeah, I really feeling the love, people. Shout out to all the people on TikTok who donated, and shout out to the people who's like, I was going through the names on the donation list. Shout out to people I don't fucking know who dropped like, 50, 60, 70, $100. Like, that was amazing. Feeling what's the, I don't know. There was a saying that was on TikTok that I totally brain farted on just now. But yeah, thank you for everything. And if anybody has any real estate for me to rent out in New Jersey, in New York, in upstate New York, I'm trying to avoid Staten. Staten's looking at the best option, but Staten's like not close to anything. It's not close to shit.
Somebody, please save this man from my fate of living here. And you can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Saint Thrillah and donate to the GoFundMe. The link will be in our bio. If it's not, you'll find it because you follow us.
It's in my bio.
It's in Sasha's.
It's in my bio on
it's
TikTok.
in Sasha's bio on TikTok. Go to his TikTok. Send some beans. Share it. And have a good night. Bye bye.
Later. How do you stop this thing? Boop.